I'm currently on the southern slope of Storm King Mountain in the town of Cornwall-on-Hudson, New York. Down below me you can see the Hudson River. And on the opposite bank you can see Bull Hill, also known as Mount Taurus. And that little piece of land jutting into the water over there is known as Little Stony Point, which is a very small state park, and I believe it has a beach. You could probably go swimming there if you wanted to on a hot day. Further south you can see Crow's Nest Mountain, which has a few balds on it as a result of a forest fire that occurred about 10 or 11 years ago. So from those balds you can get some really nice views, considering there's no trees to block the way. And to the southwest you can see Route 9W. If you wanted to hike this mountain, this is the highway you would take to get here. There's a small parking lot at the base of the mountain, and you can follow one of two trails up here. This is one of many viewpoints on this mountain. The nicest one is actually on the north slope. You get an amazing view of Cornwall Bay, and you can see all the way up to the Mid-Hudson Bridge on a very clear day. Now there in the 1960s, Con Edison almost put a power plant on top of the mountain here. But a group of volunteers, later known as Scenic Hudson, helped fight to actually prevent the company from building it up here. It took a long time. I think it took over a decade until they actually succeeded in saving the mountain, but they did it, and today it's all parkland. This mountain actually used to be referred to as Butter Hill, but in the 1800s the name was changed to Storm King, which I think is a lot more fitting than Butter Hill. But apparently Butter Hill was the Dutch nickname for the mountain, because when you're on the river, apparently it looks like a lump of butter if you're on a ship. Just an interesting fact. And Storm King is at the northern gate of the Highlands, also known as Waygat in Dutch, which means wind gate, because it's always so windy up here. If you want some more regional history, on Bull Hill over there, you can see a large section of the mountain. Looks like a really tall cliff. That was actually all mined in the 1800s. It was all quarried over there. And you can still see the marks in the mountains today. And if you go on the western side of the mountain over here, you can see the Shawangunk Mountains. If you have some free time when you're in the Hudson Highlands, I would definitely recommend coming up here. Storm King Mountain.